Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Behind the Grind. So, for the past 3 months, ever since the patch 10 update for Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 on September 4th, the most controversial, the most hated, the quote-unquote worst enemy in the game has been the Chaos Spawn. Now, before we get too ahead of ourselves, I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys know that the Chaos Spawn is actually one of my favorite enemies personally. I love the Chaos Spawn. I'm not saying that they're perfect or that they're like the greatest thing of all time, right? But I really do love the Chaos Spawn. And in this video, it's my intention to kind of communicate what I personally think about the Chaos Spawn, give some tips about how to deal with them the best, what you guys should not be doing, and just kind of stuff like that. A while ago, I made a Chaos Spawn video, and while I still agree with the message that I had in that video, and I'm still going to convey the same message, I'm just going to change the way I delivered it last time. Last time, it was just me calling out a bunch of BS in the community, and while I'm doing that here as well, I'm also going to be giving something back. So I'm going to take something, and I'm going to give something back. I'm going to take something that somebody said somewhere on the internet regarding the Chaos Spawn, and I'm going to give my personal solution as to how to fix it. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and talk about today's shout out, which is going to go to Primarch Lian, who says, I hope we get to fight a 1,000 Sun Demon Prince or Terminator Sorcerer. In one of these, I just want more 1,000 Suns, to which I agree. I do personally believe that the next Terminus enemy that we are going to get in Space Marine 2 is going to be a Chaos Terminus, so that way we don't only have to deal with the Hellbrute. I agree with Primarch Lian. Go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below what your guys' best Chaos pick for a Terminus enemy is, whether it's a Forge Fiend, a Mauler Fiend, an Exalted Sorcerer, or whatever. Just go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. And if you want to be in a shout out in the next video, go ahead and drop a like on the video, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so that way you can get a shout out. And without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the Chaos Spawn, the most hated enemy in Space Marine 2. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about when it comes to the Chaos Spawn is going to be the headshot argument. So, if you guys didn't already know, a lot of the complaints regarding headshots for the Chaos Spawn, you can split them up into two fields. The first field is going to be that the headshots are bugged. The second field is going to be that headshots are hard to hit. Now, the bug has already been fixed, so nobody can really use the, oh, headshots aren't working excuse for Chaos Spawn anymore, because patch 11 actually did fix that. Now, going with the second field argument is that, well, I can't hit headshots. It's hard to hit them. Unfortunately, man, it's going to be hard to hit them. You're just going to have to deal with it. It's the enemy design. It's the way that these enemies are built. They're grotesque. They look insane, but you can clearly distinguish their headshot features, right? So like the claw one with the horns, it's pretty easy. You can just see his head. Or the tentacle, the one with the 3 heads, once again, you can figure out where that is. Or the one with like the circular maw with like the teeth and like the whirly teeth. Like, you shoot that and you get a headshot. So while it is tough to distinguish these headshots when you're dealing with a bunch of them at the same time, I get it, man. It's just hard to do that whenever there are so many of them packed up all around each other. Maybe you should instead try to find a way to single them out by throwing a frag in the middle of the pack or just engaging in melee. You know, headshots should feel earned. They shouldn't be easier to hit headshots. They can't really do anything to the enemy design in particular to allow for headshots to be more easily executed. So you're just going to have to hit your headshots when you can, and that's pretty much about it. This is one of these arguments that it's just kind of like, well, there's nothing they can really do because it is the design. They're not going to design them to be more stationary and stuff, because the Rubrique and the Scarable Cult Terminators and even the Sorcerers are pretty stationary, to include the Tyranid Warriors over on the Tyranid side, and well, those enemies are pretty easy to land headshots on. Maybe instead of trying to land headshots on Chaos Spawn, let's just try to do melee or frag them out with grenades. Next up, we're going to talk about too many spawn at a single given time. So, if you guys didn't already know, the reason why you're seeing so many Chaos Spawn on screen is because in a specific given pack, when they come out of their little spawn, they usually spawn in 2 or 3 or at most 4 at a time. The problem is that they're not being dealt with quickly enough, so when the next group spawns, well, now you have 6, and then you have 10, and so on and so forth. So all of these comments that you guys see that they're fighting 16, 12, 15 Chaos Spawn, man, just go ahead and disregard those. I promise you guys that's not happening unless they are putting off the chaos spawn and they are not being targeted. Chaos spawn are your number one priority unless there's a rocket terminator or a sorcerer or a hellbrute on the field. If it's a bunch of rubric marines or a bunch of zangors, chaos spawn always need to be your priority. So to prevent them from ganging up on you and having too many at a time, yourself and your team, this is very important, and your team need to know that chaos spawn are the priority, because if they're not being taken out, well, then they're just going to keep piling on and they're going to multiply. Next up, we have delayed attacks. So this is one of those that I just see all the time, man. And you know, the delayed attacks should be on your mind constantly when fighting up against the Thousand Suns. The only ones who, for the most part, do the delayed attacks are the claw chaos spawns, the ones that wind up their attacks. You see the parry indicator coming from a mile away, and you can also see the enemy coming from a mile away. He's, for the most part, the only one who does these delayed attacks. Learn and adapt, man. It's been 3 months. I can't really say anything to this. Like, these claw chaos spawn should not be giving you guys any trouble anymore. Out of all of the 3 different variants, this is the easiest chaos spawn, and like I said, it's pretty easy to adapt to these attacks as long as they are on your mind 24/7. Just think about the fact that when chaos spawn are on the map, delayed attacks are coming in. So just make sure you learn the timing. It's been 3 months. You'll be fine. As long as you start thinking about it, you will adapt and overcome. But next up, we have overwhelming packs. So overwhelming packs are when you already have more than 5 chaos spawn at any given time on the map and they are all bunched up together. Stop rushing in. Let them come to you. Play on the defensive. Constantly I see players who try to go in between all of the chaos spawn. Unless you're an assault marine and you're doing a ground pound, do not rush them. Play the defensive, pull back, let them come to you. 9 out of 10 times they're going to attack once at a time. And I've seen this because I've been fighting chaos spawn almost exclusively, like 24/7. Sometimes they will attack like 2 at the same time or 3 at the same time, but for the most part, they do attack once at a time. Just go ahead and play like this, where you go up to a group and once they start to attack you, just pull back, but be careful not to back yourself into a corner. As long as you're doing this, for the most part, they will attack you once at a time. I will agree though that when they attack 2 or 3 at the same time, it is bullshit. I can praise this enemy, but also call out the bullshit when I see it. When that happens, that's usually because you are too close to this pack of chaos spawn, and when it does happen, it's total BS. So nothing you can really do there except for just play on the defensive, like I'm saying, man. Let them come to you. Next up, we have a quote that I saw the other day, and it's, quote, "I can't learn the patterns, so I won't play chaos." Look, man, if you're somebody who thinks like this in the nicest way possible, this is you giving up. There's no other way around it. To practice and learn is essential. You know, this isn't even me giving you guys life advice, but you're only hurting yourself if you choose not to play chaos. You need to take your time and practice on these enemies, and if you need to start with minimal, then go ahead and start with minimal. You don't have to play absolute every single time. I play absolute every single time and I get my ass kicked a lot, right? But that's just kind of because I like to play on the harder difficulties, because it forces me to adapt to said harder difficulties. So that way, when I boot up on a chill day and I just want to play substantial, it's a walk in the park. So what you guys need to do is you need to stop not playing chaos. You need to play chaos if you're going to learn how to fight the chaos spawn. Because if not, well, then you're just constantly commenting on YouTube or Reddit or Facebook or anywhere that, oh, chaos spawn are trash, so I don't play chaos. Oh, I can't learn the patterns, so I don't play chaos. It's not the way it works, man. You should at least try your best to learn them. By not learning them, you're just complaining on the internet. With attack patterns in mind, though, we're going to go ahead and dissect all 3 of our chaos spawn variants. So the first one is going to be the claw. This is the easiest chaos spawn there is. He attacks with the claw almost exclusively. You can see his windup coming in from a mile away. He's the only one that has a delayed parry indicator, and he's also the most predictable because 9 out of 10 times he's going to be jumping up and swiping you with that claw. You should be well used to this by now, by these delayed attacks and delayed parry indicator. If you are complaining about the claw chaos spawn, You're complaining about the easiest one. This is not the one that anybody needs to be concerned with. This guy's a walk in the park compared to the other two. It's the other two that I have issues with. It's not this guy. Just learn the delayed attack and parry. That's literally it, man. Next up, we have the Tentacle. So the Tentacle Chaos Spawn is the wonkiest Chaos Spawn. So what he's going to do is that sometimes when he attacks, he will throw dust to mask what he's doing. He's going to do one of three things. He's either going to throw up the dust and retreat. He's going to throw up the dust, back up slightly, and lunge forward from the side, or overhead slam you. This one has an actual dodge indicator. It has the red dodge indicator, so make sure you are paying attention. He's kind of best to stay at a slight distance, man. Don't try to trade blows with this guy because he's just going to kick you in the ass, especially with that dust cloud he throws up. It's just not worth it. But moving on to our last Chaos Spawn variant, we have the regular, the one that doesn't have either tentacle or claw. This guy is the most cracked out Chaos Spawn. In my opinion, this is the most dangerous one. What he does when he starts engaging in melee is that he will swipe at you constantly. Like, this guy is extremely aggressive. What he can also do is he backs up and he starts like this pull animation where he shoots out like vortex or whatever. He pulls you in and then he starts doing melee strikes. He also has AoE. So you got to absolutely deal with this specific Chaos Spawn first every single time, man. This is the most dangerous one out of the three. If you can't see a tentacle or a claw, kill it. This is the most dangerous one, man. I am telling you guys. Whether he swipes at you, he does like the Fury swipes or whatever, or he does the pull in so that way he can lock you in for melee, or he does the AoE, this guy needs to be taken out first. And finally, probably the most important message that I'm going to leave you guys with.
Majors they're not quite priority targets, but they're definitely tough enemies. I'll say
that right there. Don't listen to that. They're not quite priority targets is terrible advice, man. Never, ever prioritize Minor's enemies unless there are no Major's enemies around, man. Sure, you can prioritize enemies based on hierarchy, so if there are extremists around, then, well, you need to focus on them first. But I'd make the argument that Chaos Spawn need to be prioritized every single time unless there's a Rocket Terminator or a Sorcerer or there's a Hellbrute around. I would make the argument that one person can focus on the Hellbrute while two people go ahead and fight Chaos Spawn if they need to be taken out. There's no reason to be prioritizing a Rubric Marine when there's a Chaos Spawn right next to it. Rocket Terminators, I'll even say the Gatling Gun Terminators, the Sorcerers, and the Hellbrutes need to be taken out first before Chaos Spawn. But if those enemies are not on the field, you need to kill the Chaos Spawn first because they are the most dangerous enemy out there. The problem is that, once again, players don't prioritize them and they just gang up on players and then they end your run. Once you start viewing Chaos Spawn as the biggest threat, you're always going to focus on them 9 out of 10 times. And it's pretty easy because they're pretty squishy. They don't even have a lot of health, not even on absolute, man. If you're focusing your fire and you're doing your parries and your gun strikes and you're using weapons that are strong, Chaos Spawn are walk in the park. Just learn their attacks, man. That's the best advice I can give is practice, practice, practice. The road ahead is tough. The road ahead is tough. I agree, right? But if I was able to learn them, and I'm not the best Space Marine 2 player out there, far from it. If I was able to learn them, you guys too. And once you start believing in the process, eventually you're going to get them down. And once you get used to Chaos Spawn, I'm telling you guys, it is extremely rewarding. So that's going to be it for my discussion on the Chaos Spawn in Space Marine 2. What did you guys think? If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe if you are not already. Also, if you wish to support the channel further, I'd encourage you to join the channel membership for exclusive perks. Your support and generosity is extremely appreciated. All of the members that I keep seeing, man, you guys are the absolute goats. Even more so those who gift members, man. I truly appreciate your guys' support and dedication. All I want to do is bring y'all the best content. I don't lock my content behind members-only streams or members-only videos or shorts. So it's just an extra way to show your support if you want to support the channel further. It's totally optional. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. This has been Behind the Grind, talking about the Chaos Spawn, not crashing out, instead learning from my mistakes. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!